All right, wait, thank you.
Let's get it. Look,
We've been expecting you.
Hey, smoke, got that dope.
Hey, my name is Justin. I'm the J in JFL.
hey, what to do, guys? It's Fred, the F in JFL.
My name is Leon. I'm the L in JFL.
How does it feel being 5 years into a business?
Unbelievable, actually.
I knew we was gonna be big, you know what I'm saying? But it's still unreal.
I will say sometimes it feels a little unreal.
Even when we were doing photo shoots with Love Loss and Ree and Kamari, you know what I'm saying, and Kel, like, you know, I knew then what we were doing back then that we were going to be big. But I didn't know that in 5 years, we would be where we at now.
Yeah, honestly feel like 2 years ago, I just got like the LLC binder.
Like, you don't even realize that it's been 5 years until that time comes. Like, once you start and you just get into that like motion of just doing the things that you like, time, that concept of time is just gone.
At least for me, it's like accomplishing like my dreams since I was a teenager. Born and raised.
So I was born in West Philadelphia, and then I grew up in Upper Darby.
I'm originally from Baltimore.
Lovely Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore.
What high school did you go to?
Upper Darby High School.
Well, I actually went to two different high schools. The very first high school that I went to, it was called Maritime Industries Academy.
Now, you may know this high school because Milano went there. You may know this high school because Tina Fey went there. You get what I'm saying? I ain't saying that I'm neither one of them people, but I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying?
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
For my freshman and sophomore year, that's where I went. And then during my junior year,
The Mercantile Vocational Technical High School.
Mergenthaler Vocational Technical High School. It's a tongue twister right there. But we all called it
We say Mervo.
Mervo for short, or Crouchy Mervo, mostly because it was a big school and there was a lot of people in it. So when that bell rung, it was just like a sea of students just rushing out in the hallway, kind of like in a TV show or something like that.
Hey, Aunt Rita, this is your nephew that you don't know who is your nephew.
Make sure our eye stays in that intersection. We're going to vote and agree.
In high school, I was nothing like how I am now. My friends will probably tell you that they never expected this from me.
Oh man. In high school, the good old days.
I was a really timid kind of person. Like, I was always in my head a lot, and I feel like that became less prevalent as I got older. Like between my sophomore and my junior and senior year, I became a little bit more confident.
As far as personality though, like this, what you see, like, you know what I'm saying? I was always like that.
I was a nerd pretty much. All 4 years. Yeah. I almost graduated as class valedictorian. But literally because of these AP classes, 2 students jumped ahead of me. Literally the last second.
I like to do a lot of sports and stuff. I ran track, I played football, I did tennis, different things like that. But I would consider myself like kind of one of those nerds, but I could also fit in with the cool kids too, because I was big on anime and stuff like that. But because I did a lot of sports, I also ran into a lot of those those type of students and peers. So I would say I'm more like a mix, but I was definitely a big nerd. I loved my English classes. I loved like anime. I love getting into those like type of subjects and stuff like that. So yeah, I was a big dork. I was a huge dork.
Mostly stayed to myself and my small group of friends. Even though I have friends in like every clique though, and I gained the respect from most of my school peers, staff. I won't say I was popular, but I was well known because I was a nerd.
Like, I ain't gonna say, oh, I was the most popular or none. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people knew me, you know what I'm saying? I had a little rep. not like a bad rap, like, oh, he, you know what I'm saying? I was just always known as the cool guy who had the ladies, you know, laid back, chill, you know what I'm saying? That was always my vibe, like how I am now, without the ladies, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Gotta throw that out there. But I was always like this, personality wise in high school, business mindset and like entrepreneurial. I was nothing like that in high school.
What's up? It's Nina, Smooth R&B 105.7, also MC for Elite Experience events. Right now, I'm rocking. I stay rocking because the footage is always good. Shout out to JFL Productions.
How did the name JFL Productions come about?
JFL Productions.
JFL Productions.
JFL Productions.
So that's actually funny. So it was supposed to be a photography company at first, right?
Honestly, I can't say I remember that too well.
It was just Justin. Like me and Leon, we didn't have anything to do with it. And Justin actually got a logo made, and it was JD Photography.
I'm pretty sure it started with us like just messing around with some names after we did agree to be a business together.
Then one day, when after Justin and Leon and I, you know, agreed that we wanted to do this thing together, we were like, well, what are we gonna name it? Because we can't name it JD Photography, because obviously that stands for Justin Dickey. And it took us like a week. We couldn't figure out a name. It took us like a week.
And I already had JD Productions.
And we were one day just playing Smash in a room.
I felt like we was all in a room together coming up with names, and one of us was just like,
It's JFL.
JFL.
JFL?
So JFL, like it
Flows off the tongue better.
Justin Fred Leon. But we laughed about it.
They was like JFK, and I'm like, no, like JFL, you know, like NFL.
And we was like, all right, we can't call it Justin Fred Leon, even though it's like JFL. So we put
the first initials from our names, and we put it together.
Then Leon was like, okay, so is it gonna be production or photography? And Justin was like, I think it should be production because we all do production. We don't just do photography. And I don't know if y'all guys actually remember our first logo. But our first logo was like a green dragon, and it said JFL Productions.
And then we came up with an anagram for it, which was Just Free Living, because we all had the common idea that, you know, we want to be free. We want to be able to do what we want to do without anyone else holding us back, or like, you know, working those 9 to 5s, having to like drone our lives away. We wanted to be free doing exactly what we wanted to do. And Just Free Living kind of embodied that. And it was also Justin Fred Leon.
JFL.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm out of space like a Martian. Slap red bottoms, leaving shoe prints on the carpet. Wrist froze just like the artist. It ain't about the fastest, it's about who go the farthest.
So my first photo shoot was with a lady named Jillian.
My first video shoot was a music video.
My first photo shoot was that actually came to me by Fred as a favor.
One of Fred's friends, he was, I think his name was Co-Busy. At the time, he wanted to do a music video. We were shooting it at a hookah lounge.
Shout out to you, Jillian, because you took a leap of faith with me, because I never even took pictures ever.
He was doing this clothing line, Love Lost, with one of his friends back up in Philly. His friend has sent him some clothes for a model to try on and take pictures in. Since Fred knew I was taking a photography class and already had my camera and stuff, he asked me to take photos of the model in the Love Lost clothes.
I didn't know the first thing about music videos. It was like literally the first thing that I did going into like, you know, learning video photography and stuff like that.
Also too, what a lot of people don't know, Jillian was my first ever photography client, and she was also my first ever marketing client.
We went to the Capitol right up the street. We shot like around the fountain and right in front of like that big garden thing.
The pictures, they not nowhere near where I was at now, but I was actually surprised. They was kind of good.
I felt really weird, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. You know, it was a good time. Everyone had smiles on their faces, and it kind of helped get me through it.
I felt pretty good. I felt like a professional. Like, it was my first photo shoot. I didn't know what I was doing, but I had the camera. I knew what it took to get a good photo. Um, yeah, I felt pretty good. I felt like a professional. I felt like I knew what I was doing. I felt like I could do this.
I only got 3 good pictures though, so I don't know if that's like a good photo shoot. Well, I know now that's not a good photo shoot, but back then I was like, oh, I got 3 bomb pictures. I'm good at this. But now that I know what I know now, that was not a great photo shoot. But I was happy though. She was able to get at least 3 pictures out of it. Let's go. Do I need to scoot over a little bit or am I Gucci?
What interests you in photography, videography, graphic design, and production? What interests me in photography is...
So that's funny. What actually interests me in marketing had nothing to do with marketing.
Well, graphic design was already a big thing for me. I was in college for game design.
I first started out mostly just enjoying the editing.
One of my friends, Troy, shout out to him. He owns a company called Love Lost Clothing. I like the backstory of what he had going on with his clothing line. He had started the clothing due to his mother passing away with cancer, and I really could stand behind that message. Losing people to cancer, like my grandfather.
I was just horrible at coding, and I wasn't a big fan of it. But I still wanted to be a part of that game design process. So I kind of switched my mindset over to, okay, if I can't code and be a part of games, then I'll design and be a part of games to work on like levels and characters and things like that.
As I put together more photo shoots and working on talking to the models and posing and stuff, I actually enjoyed the whole experience.
I bought a hoodie from him. I started rocking the brand. I started telling everybody about the brand.
I started working with Love Lost because
This is anybody that lost a loved one, support. Hoodies go, we're out of season. We're going to our spring collection. We got a fashion show coming up next weekend, I'm sorry. April 6th. Tickets is $25 if anybody wanted to come. It's in Philly though. So I actually went to school to be a OBGYN, and it didn't work out for me. So I switched my majors because I wanted to own a private practice. And I was told, okay, if you want to own a private practice, how about you go into business?
And I didn't really have an interest in photography or videography until I got into JFL and I started doing it more. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Or, this is more like, this is very fun. This is kind of fun. I enjoy doing this. More so the videography part. The photography part is still fun, but I think that's more of Justin's forte and Fred's forte.
I started doing, just word of mouth, telling people, sharing on my story, his clothing. And,
I did my project 1 and project 2 in a clothing company called Love Lost. I was introduced to the owner, and he had created the clothing line because his mother passed away from cancer. I'm kind of happy that I took the route I took, especially me being the type of person that I am. I was grateful that Jay introduced me to the CIE Center.
My teacher, shout out to Mr. Penn, he was like, hey, I think you're really good at marketing. You should try it and do it. And I didn't know what marketing was. I was just really supporting my friend. And I tried it, and then I actually started loving it. And I started doing research on, brand ambassadors, how you do content marketing, ad marketing and stuff like that. So that's how the marketing side came about.
From planning the photo shoot to finding the models to getting out of my comfort zone, getting the models to pose how I need them to pose for a scene. All of it, really.
I really didn't like photography or videography. And to this day, if I had to choose, I would prefer to do video. So, all right. I would prefer to shoot videography all day. I would prefer to get bookings for photography. And I know it's weird, but that's because we have an editor on the team. Shout out to Cooper. Cooper edits all the pictures, so I don't have to edit anything. So when I get booked for photography, you get what I'm saying? It's way easier than when I get booked for videography, because we don't have a videography editor yet. So I still have to, edit a little bit and stuff like that.
But I enjoyed all of it. I mostly enjoyed the videography part, especially since I already had classes in school, in college, while we were in college for it. So it kind of it grew on me.
But I love shooting videography because the videography helps me with my marketing mind, and I always wanted to direct. And for some of y'all that don't know, I actually got a little bit of directing in me. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day when I was into music, I used to help people and direct, music videos and little short films. You know what I'm saying? Something slight. You know what I'm saying? But videography and photography helps me with my marketing and with the directing, because now I'm seeing how things need to be created. Because before I'd be like, hey, let's do this and let's do that and da-da-da-da, and Justin and Leon would be like, okay, well, in order to do this, do that. And I never understood what they were talking about until I actually got behind the camera. And I think that actually helps me falling in love with photography and videography, help with my marketing, and help with me directing.
Our goal right now is to be recognized as a preeminent production company, pretty much. We just want to get our name out there, build our business, pretty much. Yeah.
Fred, you want to add something, or?
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, right now we kind of we did our surveys and stuff like that, and we did some groundwork, figured out who our target audience is. So now it's just getting our content out there and seeing what the people like and seeing what the people don't like.
What college did you go to?
I'm an alumni.
Harrisburg University.
Via Science and Technology.
HU.
And I had a boyfriend at the time. It made him so uncomfortable because he's just like, why is it that?
How is it like being a part of JFL? Being a part of JFL, for me, it feels very fulfilling, at least for me.
Working with JFL literally is like the best thing I could have ever asked for. I'm working with my two best friends in the world.
It's fun. It's fun.
Ever since high school, I always wanted to do something with my friends.
Not to be cheesy or like corny, like, I watch It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace, and to see, their friendship on camera, that's literally me, Justin, and Leon, just in different states.
When you're in a group with like-minded individuals who all, like, one, you're like friends, two, you're able to separate that friendship from the business aspect, and you're all working towards the same goal.
I feel like ever since I met Fred and Leon, I found my life friend, my friends that's with me forever. Pretty much to be going into business or doing something professional with them, making money with them, making our dreams come true together. It feels pretty good. I mean, I could say it's pretty much all I ever wanted, and just to grow, be better, grow bigger from here.
It's a beauty. I love that, when we have business calls, we can have business calls, and then right after we can go play Smash, or right afterwards we can talk about life. I like that how our group chat, we can talk about business and we can talk about life, because a lot of people don't know how to do that, but we know how to separate personal and we know how to separate business. And I think that that's the best part. And then I think we have the best team. Like, John, I love John to death. Like, that's like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? Evan, that's like my little brother as well. I'll call him son, but all jokes aside, he's really my little brother. Obviously, we got my actual blood brother. And then Cooper, I think that that's cool that we have somebody on the team that's in Africa.
Little bit of nerd thing about to come out, but it's like when you're in like a shonen anime and all of you guys are just like, we're gonna like work out, we're gonna get our things together, we're gonna accomplish this goal together. And it feels like straight out of a cartoon or something like that. And I love it. It's so much fun.
Teabag. Oh, look at him. You get teabag. This is Justin, just so y'all couldn't see.
What is Justin like?
What is Fred like?
How is Leon?
Fred is a very unique person that I've encountered.
I think like I'm the F in JFL. Hold on, let me not do that because that look like gang signs. I think I'm the best thing in JFL when it comes to fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the best photographer or videographer in JFL. Not saying that, but I think I'm the fun in JFL.
What can I say? Justin, he's a hidden gem. Like, he's one of those type of people where once he's very positive in his thinking, and he has a lot of dang man, I'm trying to say this without like, oh my god.
Yeah. What is Fred like? Oh man, dang, I want to be like this.
Leon is literally the wild card of the group. And I say that with all joking manners, but Leon is the type of person where you never know what Leon's going to do until he does it. And then, Leon's the wild card. I'm just going to say that Leon is a walking anime character.
That's probably a better question. What aren't they like?
Yeah.
Although he is very goofy, he is a very determined, genuine person. He wants nothing but the best for his friends and family. I can say he is probably one of the most trustful guys I can trust, to be honest with, like anything, even my life. But yeah, he's a good dude when he's not being a menace to me. But yeah, Fred's a solid person. I have a non-professional answer for anyone who wants to know.
Sometimes, even when he's a little lazy and he doesn't feel like doing it, he still gets up and does the things that he says he's going to do. And that's something that I think that's the one thing that I probably admire the most, is that he has that I'm going to get it done attitude, even when he doesn't want to. He's a very genuine person. He's a good guy. And I wouldn't even really be in this position if it wasn't for him and Fred. So I really appreciate that.
But all jokes aside, though, one thing I will say about Leon, he's very passionate. Like, he's really caring for his friends. He really has a sweet heart. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need anything from him, he's willing to give his last to you for it. You know what I'm saying? And Leon is also a guy who can survive off of little to nothing. Like, me and Justin always joke about him because me and Justin are a little bougie. You know what I'm saying? But Leon could literally, if you gave Leon a 30-pack of noodles and some water and no electricity in the house, and firewood, and told him he got to survive for a month, he will be okay. Me and Justin probably would go a little bit insane, but he will be okay. So that's Leon, if I can describe it. But I love Leon. That's my guy. He definitely makes me think creatively because he's so creative when it comes to like ideas and throwing stuff out, and even some of the stuff that he posts for like his birthday, and you got to check his Instagram out, man. He's a funny guy.
What is Leon like?
Now that's the
What's Fred like?
Oh boy. Fred, that man is a character. Let me tell you that.
How is Justin? Now, Justin is like the person who you want to put in your pocket, but at the same time, you just want to smack him upside the head.
Leon is many, many things. Many things. But I can honestly say, I love that guy. I love that guy so much. And no homo. No weird stuff. No dicks.
I would say he is one of the most genuine people. And if I could give an analogy, he's that guy in the show where everything just works out for him. And it doesn't just work out because, the universe wants it to work out for him. It works out because he knows exactly what to do and how to do it to get what he wants. And that's something I really admire too. Like, he is a very genuine soul. And I would say that it's like an older brother type. He's one of those people that everyone would want a Fred in their group.
Justin, in my opinion, Justin is the smartest out of us when it comes to like book smart. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to life, I think he may be the dumbest out of us. You know what I'm saying?
He's the type of person where it's like, don't worry, bro. This is what you got to do. Like, we'll sit down, we'll get it done. Like, this is what you got to do, you know? And he doesn't complain. He doesn't do it. It's like, he'll be like, oh, that sucks, but I'm going to get it done because I have to, you know? Like, he's genuine. He wants everyone around him to succeed. And that's a trait that's really, really rare in this world. It's really rare. He's just one of those people that you got to have around. You got to have him around.
Leon, he's a great guy. You can tell he's really genuine. He's very kind-hearted. He definitely cares a lot for the people he involved himself with, friends, family, even some people he don't even know. Like he's a good dude. He's a good-hearted dude. Man, but he's funny. He's one of the funniest. Trust me, he will crack you up.
And it's because he's so socially awkward that sometimes he doesn't pick up on certain social skills. You know what I'm saying? But Justin is also very creative. Like when it comes to photography, bro, like any question that I have, Justin knows the answer to. You know what I'm saying? And I can always rely on him to give me good tips and give me good answers. Also, too, Justin is that person that if you need somebody to talk to, you can really go to Justin. Like me and Leon, we always go to Justin. Like Justin is the person who we go to whenever we got an issue or whatever. We just need somebody to talk to because he's a very compassionate person, and he's also a very good listener. And that's why we always joke and say like he's the grandma. He's the grandma. He's the grandma of the group. But he really is though. Like we love Justin though, but you know, he's definitely the grandma of the group. You know, he just likes to chill in his house, watch TV, do photography, be with his cats. You know what I'm saying? That's his personality, man. But I love him though, and you know, I'm definitely thankful for both of them too.
I know you got a man, but you could call my phone anytime you want and I'ma pull up. Baby, let me teach you some, I'm your tutor. Pussy drippin' wet, jumpin', I know you got a man, but you could go like it's all a kill. If you got it, then you know that I'm in the let's do. Gotta get it, I'll be walking with a stick. I was down.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I just finished shooting with JSL Productions, and I had so much fun. I'm definitely gonna be back.
That I can never trust a bitch. Got my phone, best believe she get the dick. This ain't where you get them, you could lose on.